keep looking at this. I said I gotta go get me a facial because it don't matter how much sleep I call myself trying to get. These damn bags turn into luggage under these eyes. Baby. It don't matter. I need my shit tight. I'll never get no Botox, but I need my shit back tight up under my shit. But look, right, I wanted to come up here really quickly because a lot of people on my YouTube page was talking about the Juice WRLD. I'm actually going to do a video on Juice WRLD because it's heavy in my spirit about that situation, because I know a lot of young dudes, especially I used to have a lot of young dudes that I used to work with the rap shit and all of that. And, you know, I've thought about everybody we lost this year. We lost Nipsey, we lost, Juice WRLD. Then before we lost XX Tentacion. And the pattern that I want to speak, because I never want to be one of them women that feel like all dudes are the same. I was listening to Juice WRLD song All Women Are the Same, and he said in his song, or he said in his interview, that he felt like that at the moment. But I just want to speak to our men, because it's not really a lot of people that speaking to our men and speaking to our young boys about, you know, money, ego, and all of this stuff. And a lot of people on my page was like, "But Juice wasn't in the Matrix. Juice got out of the Matrix." And what people got to understand about the Matrix is living in this society is about not getting caught up in society and following the trends of society. It's about, you know, walking your own walk and basically doing away with your ego and your intuition. Now, listening more to your intuition. That way, that's why he talked about the lucid dreams, because once you do that, you will start having lucid dreams, and your dreams will start really showing you your path. I deal with that all the time. You know what I'm saying? My dreams show me my path or whatever, and that's what I talked about in that video about us, that I became so enlightened about last week, about being in the fifth dimension. And the fifth dimension is more so about, it's a 3D and then it's a 5D. The fifth dimension is knowing how to let go your ego and allow your intuition. And my thing is, allow the people that have access to you. You know what I'm saying? I have had several lessons on that this year. You know what I'm saying? The person that I did business with, that I thought I could trust, I didn't know him, but he stole from me. And then not only that, he stole from me, he told me he stole from me, and then got mad because I wanted to defend myself in court and won, so he decided to harass me. But then I was like, oh, well, you know, that's what I get for fucking with these street niggas. You know what I'm saying? And because I am from the street, I feel like, well, damn, I don't want to think I'm better than anybody or whatever. But when you become a certain level, in order to obtain and keep a certain level of success, we have to watch the people that we allow in our circle. We have to watch the people that we allow access to us. And I think men don't get that because they're so driven by ego, and their homeboys is the one that makes them feel good about themselves, is they're doing this and the third. And I listened to Juice WRLD's girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, when she was saying her ex-girlfriend, because he gave her a public apology, is like, you put up with so much. She tried to get him off of lean. She tried to get him off of drugs because she used to do it herself, and she realized she went too far with it, so she tried to make him clean it in. It became a point where he started abusing her because people don't like to hear. See, that's a lot. This is why I fall out with a lot of my friends, because I am a logical person. People come to me for advice all the time, but then they get mad because I give them the proper advice and they're not strong enough in their willpower to allow them not to do these things that they know. You know what I mean? They came to me for advice. Their flesh is weak. You know what I'm saying? So things that they should be wanting to not deal with, they don't allow their will to become stronger than their flesh. And that's the situation that happened with Juice. And it's unfortunate the people he had around him. He did not have not one soul to say, Juice, these damn, at the airport, because it was all in his music. It was all in his TMZ video. He was like, man, these airports don't get along. So that's what I'm saying. His dreams and his path, God was already giving him signs about airports. He was giving him signs about these private jets, and he did not listen. So therefore, he wasn't completely out of the matrix. He was aware. He was aware of the spiritual world, because what people don't realize is, even though people come at you in the physical, but it's still things that can attack you in the spiritual. They attack our mind, they attack our energy, they attack our being. And we just got to be strong enough not to. That's what being in the fifth dimension is. That's why I get so mad at myself sometimes. Like, why can't I be cold-hearted like some people can become after so much amount of pain? And it's because I have a pure soul, and so therefore I'm a lot more receptive to allowing my energy or my spirit or my intuition to follow itself. A lot of people doesn't have that, and that's why a lot of people be angry with me, be like, why does this bitch have something that I don't have? I want that. I've had a lot of people ask me to teach them how to get that. And it's not nothing that I can teach. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that I was born with. And when you are born with this type of gift, you definitely have to come around, make sure the people that you allow access to you is not there to hurt you or to harm you. I remember my first boyfriend, I was 15, he was 16, and I'll never forget, he was buying me a cluster. Remember when clusters was the shit? He was buying me a cluster. We was at Pembroke Mall, and I'll never forget that shit. And he was buying me a cluster, but he sold drugs, and a plug had called him and wanted something big at the time. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, boo, let's go ahead and run and get this real quick so I can get you the cluster, the ring, and the goddamn necklace. You know what I'm saying? And we left at that moment. I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. We left from Virginia Beach and we came to Norfolk. We got there right on time, where the thing was setting him up with the D's. And unfortunately, women, when we deal with dudes that sell drugs and shit like that, we become the person that, you know what I'm saying, we gotta hold these niggas down. So I held him down, I cuffed it, tucked it, he ain't get in trouble. But at that point, I mean, and they took us way down to the POC. They searched us and everything. That shit was on my person, and we got away from it. So at that age, at 15, I knew right then and there I wasn't dealing with niggas no more that sold drugs, that was going to put me in a fucked up predicament or whatever. And I used to tell him, I say, listen, if you don't stop what you're doing now, by the time you turn 21, nigga, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be locked up for a long time. And I used to tell him, and I left him I was 16 and a half, and I when I got emancipated, I was like, fuck that, I'm not going to be in a situation where I'm with a man that's going to continue to get in trouble by the law, this, that, and the third. And I left him at 16 and a half, and I'll never forget me being in Job Corps and getting a call that he had got locked up, and unfortunately he had got 20 years. And what I had to tell about, and he'll always tell me, he'll say, damn, Toya, I should have listened to you. Damn, Toya, I should have listened to you. You know what I'm saying? You was right. You always told me that. So sometimes y'all get mad at y'all girl that's telling y'all some real shit, that just don't want to see y'all in jail. They don't want to see y'all fucked up or dead. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see that. And y'all get mad at that because y'all allow y'all ego and these niggas that y'all roll with that ain't gonna be there for y'all. Did any one of them niggas on that plane claim that luggage for Juice WRLD? Hell no, they didn't care how his legacy looked at that point. And guess what? And they trips of being on private jets and all of that shit is over. And I guarantee you that those 70 pounds of weed and that 6 bottles of codeine and all that shit won't his. But guess what he did though? He swallowed that shit because people with good souls and good hearts, you know what I'm saying? We have a tendency to take the fall. We have a tendency to want to protect others around us. You know what I'm saying? And this was the year for me that shit was cut short. I stopped protecting motherfuckers around me because I realized they not gonna protect me. I realized, you know what I'm saying, certain people, you know what I'm saying, when that shit went down, yeah, they reached out to me and they was going through the same thing. In fact, this nigga harassed them and flattened them tires worse. But it became a competition who got him first. That's sad because you are an insecure woman. And that's why I say, people, you gotta watch what type of people, you know what I'm saying, you allow access to you. You got to understand, man, if you got a girl or a woman that's telling you things for your own good, to listen. He said that. He said, you know, my girl, she tried to get me off the lean. She got clean, and he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He chose the life of rolling with his niggas, and it's not one soul on that bus that say, on that plane was like, look, we need to wait for this shit, bro. Like, let's get a Winnebago and drive this shit. It's like safer than being on a private jet because number one, it makes it a federal investigation. When you on private jets and you on flights and shit like that, it becomes federal. You feel what I'm saying? Which makes it worse. Some niggas like Fed charges better because they feel like the feds treat them better, but that's that slave mentality that a lot of y'all niggas gotta get out of. You know what I'm saying? I think about that nigga that I did that show with. He said he was locked up. You know what I'm saying? And he was trying to change his shit. Like he said, that was the first show he ever did without having, he made his money first. So, but you want to fuck over the person that putting you in a better situation to keep you out of the streets and the PO off your ass. Why? Because you wanted to fuck me and I won't go give you no ass. Man, y'all need to let y'all ego go with this pussy shit, controlling women, you know what I'm saying, and feeling like that's what makes y'all feel like a man, because y'all don't. Look, that nigga still was depressed. He had money, he had bitches, he had whatever, but he still was depressed and taking drugs. That shit don't never suffice for internal happiness, my dude. And I will guarantee you will feel a lot more better by treating somebody better than you do treating them wrong, because that guilt and shame gonna creep up every time, and that's what's gonna cause these niggas to pop these pills and to do whatever the fuck they need to do to in that moment feel better about themselves. And that's the shit that pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? I look at his girlfriend who loves, and I'm talking about the dude that was coming after me this year, to see him come after me and harass me because she was once that bitch. You know, if you look at his record, his whole record was giving that bitch hell. Damn near about to kill her. You know what I'm saying? But she allowed herself to go back to this man because they making that drug money. And she can't not for 1 minute not see herself in a product bag and be able to have these stores. And that's the matrix that people live in and get caught up in, because they think what's important is to be fly and to be out here with these clothes. I don't care about none of that shit. When I go out, when it's time for me to step out, I'm fly. But when I'm doing my business shit like that, I don't even be thinking about it. I make sure I'm dressed for the occasion. But my main focus is getting to the bag. And I just want people, as we go into 2020, man, stop thinking more about your flesh and start thinking more about what is the long-term outcome of whatever situation you getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? I think about Nipsey Hussel. He definitely had, you know what I'm saying, his mind right when it comes to him being out the matrix, because he bought that store, you know what I'm saying, he bought that whole shopping center. He did things, he was putting up real estate in the community and really helping the community. The day before he died, he was going to meet the police to, you know what I'm saying, do some type of with gang violence, some shit that he used to be at. But I'm gonna tell you what Nipsey fucked up at. The people he allowed to have access to him. That dude that got out of jail, that he hadn't seen, that he went to that store, that he was okay, he was excited to see his homie, and I get it. But guess what? It made him blind to what he really needed to be thinking about with himself. He needed to have his armed security because he was smart enough not to have the convicted felons that he employed. Shout out to Nipsey Hussel. He was giving convicted felons jobs. And he didn't allow them to have their burners at that fucking shop mall where the police always harassed them at. He was like, no, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to be having guns up here. You're affecting my business that I've worked so hard to obtain. He was right on that. But guess what? He shouldn't have went to that store without his armed security. And honestly, he should have just called his store and had them people give that man some clothes. If he wanted to chill with his homie, he should have had sent for a car and they chilled at another spot. Because what I had to learn this year, what God kept making me go through the same lesson over and over and over and over until I got it, is when you are a threat, you are always a target. And it's always somebody around with those green eyes lurking that would want to be able to take your place, no matter how depressed you feel about your situation or how, you know what I'm saying, hard it is for you to get up every day and chase your dreams. Everybody is not dream chasers. Everybody is not dream chasers. So everybody don't have that energy and that spirit and that mind to go out and get it. So you're already gifted right there. And if you have somebody that's in your corner, I didn't say I lost them. I cut off a lot of leeches this year. I cut off a lot of leeches, and a lot of the leeches cut their own self off. Because one thing about it, when you're getting ready to go to a higher level, God will allow these people to cut themselves off from you. Yes, it hurt when I was dealing with it, because I do love people. I care for people, man. I want to see people succeed. I love people that go after their dreams, that are talented, that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're supposed to do as black people. Unfortunately, they haven't understood that yet, because a lot of our ancestors were taught to compete against each other. So a lot of our grandparents and parents and shit instilled that type of jealousy and that competitive and combative nature through generation through generation through generation. I'm so glad that I was, went through what I had to go through, because I didn't get that trait. And so I'm happy for that. But at the same token, I had to learn that a lot of people do have that trait. So I have people around me, don't care if they got more money than me, if they got, bigger houses, whatever. People, if they don't have internal wealth, they will hate you, yo. And I've had a lot of people this year that got money, that got shit, but was just so envious of my internal wealth, because I can walk around here with my head up despite all the shit that I've been through, and I can still give love, joy, support. You know what I'm saying? I still can lend a helping hand. Most people allow themselves to get too cold inside to do that. You know what I'm saying? Most people allow themselves to get stuck in their bullshit, to, their selfishness, not to do that. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to learn that everybody can't be around me, even if they got money, even if they got stores, even if they got fucking certain shit. They can't be around me because they're not equipped up in here. They not equipped up in here to deal with somebody of my caliber. So it don't matter about the money. It don't matter about what I don't have that they don't. It took me a long time to understand this and to let this shit sink in my soul, bruh. That it don't matter what somebody may have that be more exactly. I'm rich mentally. I'm rich in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Before I even get the wealth. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that's going to make me keep wealth. People got mad at Jay-Z. They felt like he done Beanie Siegel and all them niggas wrong. But I was just with Beanie Siegel this year. You know what I'm saying? I drove him to the fucking thing. And one thing I seen with Beanie Siegel, he still is in that mentality. You know what I'm saying? Just like Jay-Z said, he got tired of spending all his money on private jets. He got tired of, you know what I'm saying, wasting his money every year. He wanted to rub elbows with niggas that own basketball stadiums. He wanted to be able to own his own fucking basketball team. And guess what? When he realized he wanted more, did Dame and all of them niggas that he grew up with, that he loved so much, he had to cut himself off from that. Motherfuckers may feel like he sold out. They may have felt like he, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he Illuminati because he went higher. People always think that. I'm going to tell you, yeah, Illuminati can approach you, but guess what? It's up to you. And that's why Jay-Z took and started his own streaming network where he didn't have to deal with iTunes. He didn't have to deal with Spotify and them niggas to get their music out. He built his own ownership. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have to deal with the middleman. And people, until you get a certain mind frame, you're always going to come down on a person that's a little bit more successful than you instead of learning from that person. You feel what I'm saying? I learned from people, but then I had to realize, damn, I remember this person that I called my mentor that I looked up to. I remember I literally seen this person buy a Bentley or Maybach. I don't even know what kind of car it was. And told me, damn, I thought when I bought that car, I was going to feel something. You know what I'm saying? But that person didn't feel anything because money can't buy you shit. You know what I'm saying? And that person was still throwing shade at me and still doing little dumb shit, even though I was trying to help her put this motherfucker in a better position than she already was in. She got more than me. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I help this person, it's going to help me and we helping each other. But I had to realize everybody's mind frame is not like that. So when you start getting successful, it's time to watch the people you have in your area. Because it should have been one person on that plane was like, man, they searched this jet last month, not even a month ago. You don't need to have 70 pounds of weed, 6 bottles of codeine, and all these fucking Percocets on the damn plane on a jet with you. You know what I'm saying? But people be afraid because everybody's about control. They don't want to confront their friends because they'll get cut off. People cut off people that tell them no. If you're not a no man, if you're not a yes man, most people with money and shit, they don't want you around them. Most men don't want a girl that's not a yes girl. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a yes girl, and if you a yes girl, you'll let this man do whatever. You a weak bitch. You know what I'm saying? You's a weak ass bitch because you're supposed to be able to tell your man in a loving way and be able to sit down with him and say, baby, this is not right. And guess what? If he don't listen to you, then that's not the man for you because y'all not spiritually connected by the soul, baby. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not spiritually connected by the soul. That is not your soulmate. Y'all not supposed to be together. If he not going to take the time to say, like, you know what? You was right, yo. I should have listened to you. And I listened to my ex. He's been locked up ever since 2001. We get ready to go into 2020. If he would have listened to me back then, you know what I'm saying? When I told that man, you need to chill out what you're doing or you're going to be locked up for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? And not only, he got 8 years. But the ego, guess what? His ego was like, no, I could beat this shit, went back and forth and got 20. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, our ego gets ourselves in a lot of fucking trouble, yo. Because we want to be so big and bad and we just want to be, winners, you know what I'm saying? We want to feel like we on top of the world. And sometimes you got to allow shit to just fall by the wayside, man, and take the bitter with the sweet and keep it pushing. That's what I've had to do all year. I had to take that $4,500 that was stolen from me and shove it up my ass and go get me another 45 and double that. You know what I'm saying? I had to fucking take the L. Like, I wasn't even thinking about this nigga, the bullet and all of that shit. He shot through my car and all of that shit. I just wanted that nigga to leave me alone. He thought he was untouchable until he seen that, yeah, every bitch that you fuck with ain't weak, yo. I know this system. And if I want to take the time to get in your ass, I can. But that's not what I want to do. I want to goddamn be gone, you know what I'm saying, doing what I want to do. I don't want to have time to be dealing with a hating ass motherfucker. A motherfucker that don't have no time on his hands, that he just want to pick with me because he don't like that I'm strong. The Bible says men are going to be in these last days looking for weak-willed women, swayed down with sin. Because unfortunately, a lot of men are not taking the time to find themselves. They are drowning themselves in drugs, drowning themselves in women, having options to be able to control this woman and that woman, and y'all still not even getting the you know what I'm saying, the nourishment that your soul needs, yo, to get out of that energy that you in. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why some people at this point in time, I don't even give them my time. You know what I'm saying? Like, to even let them know that, they're trying to get to me. You know what I'm saying? Certain people be trying to get to me and want a reaction out of me. And I don't give it to them. You know what I'm saying? My baby father, he tried to get a reaction out of me all the time because I wasn't the baby mama that he thought I was going to be. That bitch that's going to be nagging and this, that, and the third. No, I don't have to have anything to do with you. I can take care of my own child by my own self. I chose to have her. But one thing you was going to know that this was your seed, and now the douches and I can keep it pushing. But because I'm not a drama-fied baby mama, some niggas like that. Some niggas want a drama-fied baby mama. They be talking about bitches ain't shit, but some of y'all niggas want that shit because it makes you feel if a bitch is chasing you and wanting some money from you, that makes you feel like a man, which is sad. What should make you feel like a man is going out here and getting your goddamn guap and taking care of your seeds and owning up to your irresponsibilities. If I can own up to my shit, you can own up to yours. Because I ain't never had an abortion in a day in my life. I could have had an abortion, but I decided to have my daughter, yo. And that's one of the best decisions I ever made because she's the one who keeps me smiling on a daily basis when I probably be feeling fucked up. She's the one that give me the joy, so that's the best decision I probably ever would have made in my life is to have my daughter. So when people think that they are, you know what I'm saying, doing wrong to you, honestly, you know what I'm saying, some of that stuff is to better us, you know what I'm saying, and we just got to take the bitter with the sweet. And from this point, I watch who I allow access to me. Everybody can't have access to me. Everybody can, and I said that the other day. I was like, yo, I'm going to have to start being a little stuck up because this down to earth shit ain't working for me. And what I meant by that is watching who I allowed to have access to me. Because I try to be, you know what I'm saying? I am a down-to-earth person. I just like to chill. I don't fuck with nobody. I like to laugh, have fun. But I can't do that with everybody because everybody is not in that space to just be able to allow somebody else to be them. I can allow somebody to be them. I'm not a person that try to change people. I'm not a person that try to control somebody. If they want to walk, I let them walk. I don't deal in my ego. You know what I'm saying? And I get very, very adamant about dealing in my ego because I have allowed my ego. That's what got me in trouble when I got in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And I hauled off and I broke a nigga nose. And it caused me to be on probation and stuck in Virginia for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? I just got off of probation last year. That's why I'm trying hard as hell to make sure I move from this state because I know by me staying here, people that know me, people, like the Bible says, a prophet goes without honor in his own hometown. So people from here, they're never going to support me. They're never going to want me to succeed because people feel like this bitch came from the same place I came. What makes her better? So they're not going to want to see me rise. And I know that. I know that. I open this door, it's hot. I know that. So therefore, I know I can no longer be here in this States. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, will I be a person like Pharrell when I do be successful and come back and try to do something for this place? Yes, because you gain a connection to where you're from. That's why I respect Pharrell. People talk about, oh, something in water in the lineup. Y'all motherfuckers just ungrateful. Because women of y'all say don't know artists come back and do shit. But you gotta understand Pharrell from Virginia Beach. Like, it's people that listen to more than just fucking hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's more than people than just David, I know you say people will support me, but that's not true, bro. Like, I literally seen people that I was helping that was going to be in that video with me at that show, that it was about us, and they literally wanted to sabotage it because it was my video. People don't want to see you succeed, and if they feel like you're doing something more than them, they want to knock you down a notch. I've had to have that lesson all year for God to say, guess what, Toya? I know how much you love people, how much you want to support people, but you cannot continue to allow certain people access to you. If they not on your spiritual plane, if they not living in your in their truth, I can't deal with them. You know what I'm saying? I can't deal with them. And people hide behind facades so much, you never know. You gotta test the spirit. That's why I'm glad, you know what I'm saying, me and certain people get into it, because I want to see if this motherfucker, we can fuss and we can argue, but then go back to our relationship being even stronger. That's somebody that's tied to my destiny. That's somebody that's supposed to be in my life, because if you can get in my face and tell me when I'm wrong, then I can listen to you, because I'm a person that can be told when I'm wrong. A lot of people can't be told when they wrong. But what I'm saying is, if you one of those people that people can't tell you when you're wrong, people can't tell you, you know what I'm saying, something that's for your own good, yo, you need to do a lot of spiritual work on yourself, man. You really do. And if you allow bitterness and any type of hurt and pain to affect you from being that person, like, I'm generally going to be that person with the same heart, but I'm definitely not going to be as helpful to certain people. I'd rather help a stranger before I help somebody that I know. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather help a stranger before I help somebody that I know, when that shit is real, because the person that you know, yo, people, if you ever notice, people backstab the people that has been there for them the most. If you understand, if people always say the people that be there for the most is the people that they give hell, and the people that don't give a fuck about them, that's the people that they chasing and running behind. That's because they don't have self-love. They don't have self-love. You know what I'm saying? That's where self-love come in. If a motherfucker doing me dirtball and he doing me wrong, hell no, I'm not going to keep chasing this motherfucker. I'm going to allow my will to become stronger than my flesh and get myself out of that fucking situation. I don't care how much I may love that nigga, or how much I feel like we could be a good couple if this nigga change. Once you keep allowing somebody back after they completely treat you fucked up, they're going to continue to do the same thing, and they're going to do it even worse, because they feel like they have that control over you, bro. So I just, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, this was on my spirit, and I wanted to come and talk about it, because this week, it was a rough week for me. You know what I'm saying? I had to continuously keep trying to bring myself out of a funk because I was frustrated at the end of the year, and it's been a full moon. We just had a full moon on a 12/12, and that's what happens with full moon. Certain energies arise, and we are meant to deal with them. And so, if God was making me deal with this energy of me having to forgive Miracle, me having to forgive Chiffon, me having to forgive Pat, me having to give Pretty Girl, what's her what is it, Fly Girl Boutique, all of these motherfuckers behind the scenes that have, been tried to be a thorn in my spine this year. After I've done that, but praise them and try to help them and lift them up, it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers ain't shit. And people don't know this shit behind closed doors because they only show me that demon. And I'm going to post something. Mary J. Blige is the perfect, when she did that song, I'm Just Plain on Mary, and after she finished singing, she went backstage and everybody was human, and then you seen them turn to demons. What y'all got to understand is people have demons hiding under them. No matter what shit you see on the surface, we all got our own demons. And it's which one we choose to feed. If we feed the one that, that makes us more positive and more strong, then that's what we be. But if we feed that nasty demon, that's why I get so mad about being around people that want to bring me out of my square, my nasty, because I do have a nasty side, yo. I can have a nasty ass mouth, and I swear to God, I'm sure. Like I said, I broke a band nose that caused me to have a malicious wound in charge. You know what I'm saying? In 2004. So that's the strength when I get mad that I can fight a man, and I don't care about fighting niggas. You know what I'm saying? I had to fight niggas all my life. So I don't care about that shit. And I don't want to never get to a point where I'm picking up something or I really hurt somebody. So I have to watch, you know what I'm saying, the people that I allow in my circle. And if it's somebody that don't have I never have a problem with people who have my best interest at heart. I have friends that we have been friends for years. We have fought, we have argued, but they always come and be like, Toya, and they can come to me and they can talk to me and we can talk, and it's nothing different in our friendship. Shout out to Tasha Sparkle. That's one of my girls, man, because even when I was trying to push her away because I didn't even want to be friends with women, because women get so agitated with me because of my strongness and my will. I didn't even want to be friends with women, but she was one of the friends that got up in my face and was like, Toya, you not going to treat me like that because I'm not that person. And I respect her for that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say we got to watch the people that we have around us, and make sure that the people that is in our square has our best interest at heart. Because anybody that was riding with Juice WRLD did not have his best interest at heart. They should have not allowed that man to have his manager. They know his plane and shit was fucked up, and now that man dead. They should have allowed them to take those damn pills. You know what I'm saying? That he overdosed from trying to hide this shit. I remember it made me think when I was 15 and I had to tuck my dude work for us not to go to jail when I was 15, and I told that nigga, I said, listen, I'm not gonna be around this shit no more. And I meant it, and I left. Okay? And what happened? He ended up locked up for 20 years. He's still locked up to this day, and he got locked up in 2001, and I told him. So men that get frustrated at a girl for telling them shit, and you feel like this bitch is nagging you, she's only telling you this because she loves you and she cares about you, my nigga. You may not want to hear it at the time, but guess what? I'm quite sure if Juice WRLD would have listened to his girl when she was telling him and trying to get him off them fucking drugs and get him in a better spirit, yo, he would still be here to this day. Instead, he fought her. He pushed her out his fucking life. Because just like she said, my mama always told me, when it get to this point when we fighting, it's time to go. And that's something my mama always told me too. And that's why I had to leave back then. She was right. But guess what? You end up fucking yourself, man. You end up fucking yourself over when you don't listen to a woman that has your best interest. What's up, Tasha? I just gave you a shout out. You're gonna have to look back at it to see why I shouted you out. But yeah, and I just wanted to speak on that because, I think about my ex and we still very close. We still have a connection because he always still calls and checks on me and he tells me, damn, I should have listened to you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men mess up by not listening to your wisdoms. One thing that Wu-Tang used to say, you got to keep your wisdoms around. Most women, now I can't speak for this generation. I'm talking to people in my generation. You know what I'm saying? Most women in our generation, we have suffered. We've lived a life to be wise in certain situations, and we just trying to keep y'all niggas out of trouble or alive and not dead. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see y'all dead. And that's what one thing when I met that dude that I did business with, I was just like, he was like, yeah, I just want to do shows. I want to get out the streets. And I was like, yeah, let's do this show. Let's do this show. And, you know, he got mad because I didn't want anything personal with him, only business. And y'all got to get out of this energy and feel like you got to control everything and you want to control these women. And all of that shit is what's killing y'all niggas. It's what's holding y'all back and not helping y'all find who y'all truly are. You don't have to be with every woman that comes in your circumference. That shit gets me aggy. I don't even really want to do business with men. And I'm trying to deal with that because in my profession, it's a man's business. But just like, look what Rick Ross said. He said, I'll never sign a female because I feel like I gotta fuck her. So, you know, I get angry sometimes. It's like, I can't even really express myself because my music is really a hobby that I use to express myself. But I can't even get in that circle of people because men, you know, y'all niggas is a little devious, yo. And y'all always are allowing, and I'm not saying women are not devious because I know some devious ass women. We all got demons. But I'm just talking about in this music industry, yo. It's a lot of men in this music industry that y'all allow attention, y'all allow y'all ego, and y'all allow a lot of bullshit to deter y'all from the main purpose and the main goal, and that's to get out of the fucking hood, man. Get out of these streets and doing something for our people. I know that's what I want to do. I want to become successful so I can help people that didn't have shit either and put people in better situations. And that's why I'm target. I'm gonna always be a target because I'm a threat. The devil don't want me to do that. The devil don't want me to help people. The devil wants motherfuckers to stay miserable. They want people. They don't want me to teach people about their inner wealth. Come on, he want people to be miserable and fucking down and taking drugs all their fucking life. And serving him. So that's why I'm going to continue to always be a target. You know what I'm saying? And I've had to learn that. And even with me being a people person, I had to learn that I'm a people person. I love people, but I can't even be around a lot of people. I can't allow certain people access to me because I don't know what spirits and energies they've allowed access to them. And that's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And that's just something I had on my chest. I had to get out. Y'all have a good day. I'm about to get out this hot ass car and go in the house.